Gotcha! You were checking your volume. Anyway, what's up, guys? It's Opex. Back at it again with another video. Right now I'm in my sleeper berth. Doing one of them there resets I haven't done in a while. That just means I'm running too hard, I guess, for the legal logbooks, because I am running legal these days. Anyway, let's dive into it, shall we? I'm kind of bored, and I thought of this video, so hey, let's do it, huh? Shall we? Cue, no intro. Okay, that's probably annoying. So, I'm out here on the road, and I'm just noticing over and over and over again how selfish people are. And that brought me to think, hey, people gotta freaking wake up about this. Now, I've said plenty of times in the past how contagious your energy is. Essentially, let's just put an example out there. An example I've used 1,000 freaking times. The example being, you go into, let's say, a truck stop or a gas station, and the attendant is miserable, right? Kind of rubs off on you, then you go and spread it around, that same energy. You go into a truck stop or a gas station, and the energy is good from the customer service representative or the attendant or whoever you want to say you dealt with, and the person's uplifting, good vibes, good energy. That rubs off on you. You go out and spread that good energy. Oh, I'm in a good mood today. Oh, it's just like vibration and energy. It's all in us, right? So I just wanted to reiterate that for a second. Now, when you're selfish out on the road, and it's more than just out on the road, you can apply this to anything in life, but you're one of them fuckers that are selfish. You know, there's a merge lane, and instead of merging when you could have, you wait to the last possible second so you can save a quarter of a second of your day. I can apply this to 1,000 different things. You see these four-wheelers trying to get around trucks. I have to get around a truck. I have to get around a truck. And they'll go on a shoulder just to get around the freaking truck. I can't stand seeing that fucking bumper of that fucking trailer. Or whatever is going through their head. I don't want to be behind this truck because the truck's slow or whatever it may be, right? And I see over and over and over and over again how selfish people are. People are willing to die to save a quarter second of their day. Hey, if you need to be at point B from point A that quick, you're doing it wrong. Free up a little bit of time, right? Time is your most valuable resource. Please just don't stress yourself out because you be that asshole, cut off a truck going down a hill. You know, as soon as you get around that truck, and now the truck has, very, very, very slowed down, bad slowed down. The brakes don't work as well as a four-wheeler. So you go right in front of that freaking truck, and you slow down that truck, and the truck has to slam on its brakes. I can give you example after example after example. Of course, there's trucks that do bad fucking things anyways, and cars do bad things. It's the person driving it. They're selfish. They don't care about anyone else. You can see this going through a major city. It doesn't really matter anywhere in the freaking country. They're terrible drivers everywhere. But let's say you're in Southern California, which, in my opinion, is the worst drivers in the country. They're all selfish. They really don't give a fuck about anyone. Terrible drivers. I mean, they don't use signals. They just terrible drivers, right? And because you're selfish instead of selfless, you tend to just cut off people and risk your own life and others just to try to save a quarter second, which really doesn't even apply, especially if you're in one of these traffic jams or high density population areas. You just tend to just risk your life for really no reason. My encouragement to you is to think about that other driver. I was told once by a person that it takes two to get into an accident. Not just one, it takes two. A lot of you guys will disagree with that. I agree with it to like 95 percentile. It really takes two to get into an accident. If you're a 100% safety-oriented driver, you're never going to get into an accident. I mean, again, to the 95th percentile. There are occasions where someone is trying to get around you and their tire pops and their steer just goes and they're fucking going into you. There's nothing they can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it. Right? But that's very rare. If you're looking at everyone else as, this person's trying to kill me, you're going to be a safe driver. But if you believe everyone's just going to follow the laws and everyone's going to stop at every stoplight and stop sign, no. You're going to get into an accident. There are going to be people that want to run lights, people that want to get in front of you. It's going to happen. So you're going to have to, if you want to be safe and live another day, look at all the other drivers as, what is this fucker going to do to try to murder me and my family or whoever you're riding with, right? That's how you freaking survive out here on the road. That person's going to kill me. That person's going to kill me. Now, how are they going to do it? And me being a driver for so many years, I tend to like see the characteristics of someone. Like, I don't even have to see what they're doing, and I already know this person's looking at their phone. I can tell by how they're driving. This person is having an argument with his wife. I can tell it from a mile away, and I can be like, red flag, red flag, red flag, way before the average person does. Way before. I already know this person's going to be a problem, or this person's going to be a problem. This person's going 10 over the speed limit. Now this person's not even going the speed limit. These fluctuations alter, like, okay, how do I be safe over the road? Well, and then you can also tell these selfish drivers, these people that just have to get in front of you. And then the people that are going to slow down and be more careful. You can always tell these drivers, like, from a mile away, if you have the right eye to see. As long as you're not blind with the eyes God gave you. And you can determine how to be safe out here on the road. Now, again, if the more selfless you are, the more safe you're going to be. The more you're going to be like, okay, this person's coming on the on-ramp to the highway. I need to get over. What, 80, 90% of y'all don't do that? 10 to 20% of you truckers don't do that. I see truckers going by like emergency vehicles all the time. They have plenty of room to get over, and they still don't, and they still kind of swerve into the fucking fucker on the shoulder. I see it all the time. Now, it's less probable with truck drivers because they're more professional, but I see these selfish truck drivers as well. Now, honestly, obviously, you gotta freaking watch out for the four-wheelers, but you gotta watch out for everyone. You gotta watch out for deer. You gotta watch out for a million different variables. A lot of times, truckers especially, or even four-wheel drivers, when they just wake up, oh, I gotta rush over to work. So they, quick, blah, blah, blah. They haven't even had their coffee yet, and they're rushing to work. You're asleep. You're half asleep, and you're not determining all the factors that you need to determine. The reason being is because we are living more of a selfish life, and it's not exactly because you're tired. Now, that has an amplifying effect to the problem, but it isn't the problem itself. The problem itself is that you're selfish and you're not looking at all these other variables. One of these reasons could be because you're unintelligent. One of these reasons could be because you just aren't aware enough. It could be that you're blissful. It could be because you have things on your mind. And those are all valuable or valid excuses. But the fact is that you need to determine other people. And the reason why I'm bringing up truck driving and driving in general is because it's a great way to determine where you are in your selfishness. I made a video on selfishness. I made a video on this very topic. But I'm showing you another angle, and this is years down the line from that video. I said that there's pros and cons to being selfish. And I want to determine for you guys, there's a correct amount of selfishness and selflessness. And I've heard this from other people too, in other aspects of life. I've heard this on podcasts recently. And I want to tell you what I think. There's a correct ratio. And it, I heard this, like, a world leader should be about, like, 70 to 80% selfish and 20 to 30% selfless to be a good leader. I don't believe in that fact. But I think there's a ratio between 50-50 and 70-30, 70 selfish and 30 selfless. I think you should be very selfish at times. I think you should be very selfless at times. I think there's less of a selfish ratio when you're driving, right? Don't worry about yourself as much as others. Because when you start looking at yourself like 70-30, 80-20, selfish, 20% selfish or selfless, you won't pay attention to deer and wildlife and see that people have mannerisms and people want to cut in front of you and people need to get on the road. See, you should be selfless a lot more truck driving than selfish. But again, if you're trying to have high aspirations in life, you want to get more money or promotions or become CEO of a company, you got to be very selfish. So there's variables that depend on the circumstance. Now, if you want to live your life as a ratio that is more beneficial in most categories, it would be more of a 50-50 or a 60-40, 60 selfish, 40 selfless. That's what I've determined, and this video would take forever if I want to go through all the things in life and determine ratio. That's why I'm just giving you an upfront what I believe to be a correct ratio if you want to be more, not just successful, not just safe, but to be going through life and be happy in life. If you're 100% selfish or selfless, you are not going to be happy. I know people that are 90-10, selfless to selfish. 90-10. My grandmother being one of those. Everything's about everyone else. And very, very, very rare does she ever put herself first. Right? Very rare. And this happens generally when you have a lot of love and value to give to others. You'll be more selfless. And that's a very happy way to live your life, but if you're not applying about 30-40% selfish in that scenario, you're not going to have any reciprocal value. Even if you are selfless and that gives you value, it's not going to give you value in the long run. So I believe there is a level of selfishness that is very, very beneficial and crucial, even to survival. Right? Like, this is something that we've had to learn years ago. To be part of a society, to be leaders and followers and very social creatures. Beings, I'd rather say. There are levels, and I hope that you guys, if you get nothing out of this video, just look at the ratio aspect of selfishness and selflessness. Selfishness out on the road, okay, you're going to save a few, maybe minutes getting to work or wherever you commute to. You may save a few minutes. If you're a truck driver, you may save, 10 miles that day just zooming through in and out of traffic. I see you truck drivers. You think it's just a fucking race. My encouragement is to say, slow the fuck down. Especially when driving. Be more selfless while driving. If you're going to be 30 miles farther away than you expected that day, better than being not safe or being one of these fuckers in a ditch, especially when that white stuff starts coming down and the roads get a little slippery. I see you motherfuckers. You don't have snow tires or chains on, and you just zip by and you just slightly just get by. You know the maximum you can push, but why? If four-wheeler wants to jump out in front of you, what are you going to do about it? Oh, you just trusted the process. You've been doing this so many years. That's dumb. Is your life worth it? Even if you survive, is the equipment that you're going to damage worth it? For what? I'm saving 20 miles today. I'm saving 1 minute going to work. Come on, is it worth it? My encouragement is to slow down. To be in the moment. Now, I've made a video on that too. I'm not going to dive into it again. This will be forever, this video. Live in the moment, because if you're noticing the moment, then you're going to be more aware. And if you're more aware, you're higher conscious, you have more clarity. But if you're constantly thinking, oh, I got to get to this place, I got to get to this place, and you're already thinking about the future, you're wasting your life away. And I can go into many details on the future, the past, the present, and why I encourage you to live in the moment. I'm pretty sure I made that video a while ago. Go watch that video. If YouTube didn't take it down. And if YouTube did take it down, go to Odyssey. Odyssey has not taken down one of my videos yet. And everything that's uploaded to YouTube gets uploaded to Odyssey, and then YouTube takes that down, and Odyssey keeps it. Anyway, back to the video, because we got to make this quick. Because I don't have much data in my phone to be storing all this shit. So I got to upload it, then delete all the video so I can upload it again in a few days. Again, I'm going to be, I'm going to be very, very, I'm going to upload a lot. It's just, I'm going to be reiterating videos. I'm going to be doing all types of stuff. So me being more active on YouTube and Odyssey, you're going to see me a lot more. So I encourage you guys to subscribe if you haven't. And if you're a longtime subscriber, hit the bell notification. That's how you see my videos, because YouTube's algorithm, you should already know. And the reason why I bring up this video specifically first in philosophy that I haven't done in so long is because I'm noticing how selfish people are nowadays. It's around 90-10. I see selfish people, I'll just say douchebag men, picking up all the chicks. We all know how bad women are at picking their mate. They're terrible. It's really sad, really, how bad women are at picking men. So I encourage you to not be the douchebag, because women don't know what they want. Watch all my videos. Women don't know what the fuck they want. What was the one? My message to women. Watch that. No hate on women. It's just the truth. You know, I like to tell the truth. I'm not here to hate on anyone. I don't hate anyone. I'm just here to speak the truth, how I understand it through philosophy. Women aren't good at picking men, so they pick douchebags. Douchebags going to be selfish. They generally don't pick the guy that's buying them flowers and going out of their way as a selfless man, because that's more of a family man, right? The selfless one, the one that goes to work not to make money for themselves, but to make money for the family and to make sure that their family's more well off. Instead of douchebag, oh, this douchebag has tons of money when he was single. Uh-oh. What was his motivation? Probably selfish. Again, there's variables. But the point is that women go after the wrong men. They'd rather pick selfish douchebag, never buying flowers, versus flower guy, right? Just throwing that out there. You know, I'm the type of person, if I like someone, I don't care if we've been dating for a week. It's your birthday coming up, I'm buying you some. I'm taking care of you. I'm not doing it just to show you that I'm a family guy. It's just because that's where my heart is. I live in the moment. What is valuable now, in the moment, is going to be things you're going to talk about in the future. Now, those things that you talk about in the future could happen when you don't live in the moment too, but those are usually bad things you want to talk about. You know what I mean? Worry about the now, and then your future is going to be taken care of. Don't worry about the past. That's not who you are. I've done some really shitty things. I almost said some crazy shit, but you guys probably already know I've done drugs. I had a terrible year this year being an alcoholic. I'm so glad that shit's over. But I'm taking care of myself. I'm living in the moment. I'm not worried about my future, because my future's taking care of itself. And if you follow my channel and you align yourself to good energy and take care of yourself physically, mentally, and spiritually, your future's good. You know, like, even if you just like follow Jesus, right? Jesus' teachings, you're going to be doing well in life. It's almost inevitable or not to. But if you have some guidance, you're aligning yourself with good spirituality and good positive vibration, you're going to do well in life. But in this video, I'm trying to teach you selfishness is good and bad. There's pros and cons, just like I made in that video. But you need to live in the moment and to be more aware. Not just for success, not just for safety, but for all aspects of life, for your betterment, for your happiness, for your life to continue with purpose. You don't want to be the fucker that's just in the way. Do you want to be the fucker that's in front of a line at the gas station and there's a line out the door, person just doesn't give a fuck, the guy in front, hey, can you play this lottery number? Now can you play this one? Oh, it didn't take that one? Let me think. Do you want to be the fucker that's just holding up the line? The person that on a country road, there's no way to pass that fucker, and they have a line of like a mile long line behind them of people like, frustrated because they're behind some asshole barely doing the speed limit, if not even the speed limit? No, you don't want to be that douchebag. So speed up, care about other people, and everyone's lives matter. Everyone is progressed in life. You don't want to be the fucker in the way. You want to be the fucker that's enlightening everyone's day, that's making everyone's day smoother. Don't be in the way, make their lives smoother. Again, that brings me back to vibration. You go into a truck stop, someone's not happy, and they're like, like earlier today, yesterday, it happens every day. What am I talking about? The fucker's just, I'm still here. Yeah, of course you're going to feel that way. Change the way you think, and those things begin to change around you. If you are default, which most of you sheep are, 90-something% of you are, you're default. You don't have your life in your own hands. It's, you go to the mechanics, you go to the doctor, because you can't think for yourself or fix things yourself, so you rely on others. 90-something% of you are those people. So you're going to also be that person when you go into the gas station. The person's like, thinking about their job and their kid back talk to them and their husband is leaving them and they're just, that's going to shed off on you because by default, you're going to become that. You're going to align to energy. Everyone aligns to energy whether they know it consciously or not. And those people that are conscious are still going to align to it, and it's up to them consciously to unalign to that and to align to their own frequency and their own wavelength. So, do you want to be that person that's affecting 90-something% of the population that interacts with them on a daily basis? In that way? Or do you want to be the positive person? Not the one that's in the way. If you're the one that's in the way, you're creating more assholes like you. And if everyone's just selfish assholes, well, I'm going to start beginning to agree with Bill Gates and his depopulation agenda. Because I'm starting to think there's too many fuckers out there. Not enough happy people and smiley people. And just people that are cutting each other off in traffic. Everyone's selfish. Do we want the majority of the population selfish? I don't think it's benefiting the world. I don't believe that. But I do believe if everyone chooses to live in the moment, to not accept by default negativity, but to align themselves to positivity and shine bright. These little things go a long way. I was just doing laundry. I'm doing a reset, so I just did my laundry, and I had some great conversations with the other truckers doing their laundry. Just positivity. Hey, just simple things like, hey, this one's not working. It saves your time. Other people that are selfish are like, I'm going to watch this motherfucker just fuck with the machine, get pissed off because it's not working. No, enlighten them, help them out. Don't be part of the problem. Good men that stand by and do nothing are not good men. Not good men. So be the good, positive change. Don't be the fucker that's creating a negativity bubble around you, which is infiltrating the hearts and souls of everyone around you. Be the good person. Don't be one of these selfish people going in and out of traffic. Tell the slow-moving truck to go. Get in there. You know what I do? I slow down. I see some truck going on the highway and I can't move over. I don't just speed up like, hopefully I'll get right around him. I'll let you right in. If I lose 20 seconds of my day what's going to happen? What's going to happen, guys? Learn to live in the moment, be more selfless, but not fully. I mean, I don't expect anyone to actually be fully selfless. That's like almost impossible. But it's very possible that someone's going to have a high degree of selfishness, not giving a fuck about anyone. That's a high degree. And those people are procreating, just FYI. Alright, before this video gets out of hand, I want to save data so I can actually upload this. I encourage you to have a good ratio, at least think about the ratio of your selflessness versus selfishness. Make it more 50-50 in everything you do, and things are going to be a lot better for you. You might think to yourself you're already 50-50, but really think about it. Think about your selfish behaviors versus selfless behaviors. What are you doing for others? Trust me, your list is going to be much more selfish than you think. Just go ahead, put down on a piece of paper all your selfish things, and then put on a piece of paper all your selfless things that you're doing specifically for those things. For others. For yourself. You'll see how selfish you actually are. And I encourage you to make that more equal. Are you trying to be CEO of a company? You're probably going to want to be more selfish, like 70-30, even 80-20. If you want to be CEO of a company, if that's your goals and dreams. If you want to be, beneficial to the world, you want to be more selfless. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, if you want to be successful yourself versus the world being successful, you're going to have to measure that and tinker with it and live in the moment, because that's where your consciousness resides, and that's where happiness resides. Happiness isn't thinking about the future. Yeah, that's a little spark of endorphins, and that's what gets the light bulb going, which creates the thing that you want to create. But if you live in the moment, you're going to be happier. Not blissful, more conscious. Think about it, guys, and I encourage you to make those slight changes to make you a more beneficial part of the world and society and the future and your community. And do you want to be the person that smokes weed with the freaking 12-year-old next door, or do you want to be the person that is an actual role model to that 12-year-old next door? You know what I mean? Like, which side of the spectrum do you want to be on? Do you want to be the role model, alpha male of your community, getting kids up on the pull-up bar and making everyone better physically, mentally, and spiritually, and happier? Or do you want to be that person that's selfish, being like, I'm going to get more money? Fuck you guys. I don't care if the kid just smoked crack and I saw him next door from my window. I'm not going to go and tell the parents. That's their fucking job. Or are you going to be the person that actually is beneficial to the world? Which side? Because you're going to need a degree of selfishness. You're going to need a degree of selflessness. That's it. Before this video is already getting out of hand. I didn't expect it to be this long. I always figure it's going to be short, but it never is. But I hopefully you guys get something out of this. It's Opex. I got plenty more content coming. Stick with me, guys, and we can make it happen. Enjoy this world. We're only here for a short period of time, right? Enjoy this. Don't be like, I got to get to my appointment, and fuck that shit. Enjoy life. Be happy. Smile. Even when you're sad. Like, when I wake up first thing in the morning, I'm groggy. But as soon as I go into that truck stop, I fake put a smile on my face. And if I can come up with a quick something that makes the person chuckle, I will. Why? Because I would want that happening to me. I wouldn't want groggy fucking truck driver. Oh, another fucking day. Oh, it's snowing. It's going to take forever for me to get to my appointment today. I don't want to be that guy. Even if I think it, I'm not going to bring that vibration to others. I want to be more of a benefit to the world than someone who's taking value from the world. Stay cool, guys. It's Opex. I'm out. Peace.